We did how many rounds? We probably did at least like 8 straight.
Yeah, but you in the bag for about 8 too.
Yeah.
It was good. You're not in bad shape.
Yeah. Just got to fill up my
I think Gervonta had a bad night. I look for a tough fight in the next fight, but I still see Gervonta winning. I think Gervonta will win in a little easier this time. But Roach is a heck of a fighter. He's going to give everybody a hard, anybody that fights is going to give a hard time. But I do think that
Tank Davis is back in training, and his camp has started throwing warnings to Roach. It's personal. Now, the first meeting ended in a razor-thin majority draw, but what happened on March 31st is the past, and Tank is saying things are personal now. Roach wasn't supposed to come that close. Davis wasn't supposed to get that rattled, and yet here we are gearing up for a rematch that's less about belts and more about pride, redemption, and legacy.
You fought 0. What do you have to do to create enough separation where this don't happen again?
Whew, that's a good question. It's going to be based on my training camp. I have to push myself a little harder if that didn't give me the win. And I have room. I definitely have room. I'm not going to lie, I have room.
You believe you fought the best Gervonta, or do you think he got some more gears?
100% for a fact. I think he might have some more gears, but I fought the best Gervonta.
Veteran trainer Greg Hackett, a respected voice in the boxing world and one of the few who gave Roach a real shot in their first fight, has been vocal about what Davis needs to do differently. Speaking to Fight Hype, Hackett didn't mince words. Tank needs to calm down, Tank needs to work behind his jab more, and Tank needs to focus more on combination punching, he said, not trying to get the knockout all the time. Hackett's advice cuts through the noise. Davis has built a career off spectacular finishes, but that mindset may have cost him the first fight. Roach didn't go away, and Tank never quite adjusted in the rematch. Hackett wants to see the fundamentals. Poise, discipline, structure, not just the explosive Tank, but the thinking man's fighter.
Try to have a face. No. And I ain't shitting on him or nothing like that. He can punch. But Jonathan Oquendo, he's from Puerto Rico. Bro, he got bricks in his hands, bro. I lie to you not. He punch hard. I ain't gonna lie.
And that's exactly what Calvin Ford, Davis's longtime coach, has been drilling into him. Ford has also spoken about the 9th round knee, explaining that Tank's vision was compromised by hair grease leaking into his eye, leading to that uncharacteristic slip. Still, Ford isn't making excuses. He sees the rematch as a reset, a chance to remind the world who Tank Davis is. When everything clicks, he'll be ready. Ford told reporters this time there's no distractions, no slip-ups, just war.
So rematch should happen. I know Gervonta probably won it. We damn sure won it. So wait and see, man. Hopefully something come out soon, you know what I'm saying, so we get it going.
If the rematch was signed and sealed, what kind of Gervonta are you expecting to show up?
I think that we seen a great Gervonta that night. People just make excuses all they want, and they might give no excuse. Gervonta did some great things in the ring. He just was there with another great fight. I don't want to hit that ball, no out.
Kenny Ellis, Davis's assistant coach, doubled down on that sentiment, defending his fighter against critics who claimed he should have lost. He didn't break the rules, he fought his fight, and he'll fight it better next time. Ellis said inside the camp the mood is locked in, focused, intense, and borderline militant. No distractions, no Hollywood appearances, no side house, just Tank, his team, and the mission to erase March 31st.
You don't have enough experience. You really should have waited and took your time before you came to me, and that's what Gervonta Davis told him. And he was right. He was absolutely positively right. And so now here we are, him fighting this cat Roach, and I'm like, isn't this dude a like junior lightweight?
Super featherweight, moving up to lightweight. Yeah.
No, there's no,
But on the other side of this collision is a man with a chip on his shoulder the size of the Barclays Center. Lamont Roach Jr. has unfinished business. Quiet and calculated. Roach isn't one to talk trash, but his camp has started letting their confidence show. His younger brother Jordan Roach recently gave an interview that turned heads. What goes differently? My brother wins. What stays the same? He puts his hands on him, Jordan declared, and the fire didn't stop there. Asked if they'd rather fight somewhere else after the controversial New York result, Jordan dismissed the idea entirely. New York was cool, it don't matter, we still going to get hands put on him. He said, that's not just confidence, it's a declaration of war.
The new face of boxing, so I'm very excited.
So obviously you see little big bro coming out with the upset. A lot of people are going to pick Tank going into that fight, but how do you see that playing out?
I see my brother walking out victorious. So there's no doubt, not because that's my brother, but because
be brothers with a new face of boxes, so I'm very excited. So obviously you see a little big bro coming out with the upset. A lot of people are going to pick Tank going into that fight. But how do you see that playing out? I see my brother walking out victorious, so like there's no doubt, not cause that's my brother, but because I see Roach himself has remained relatively quiet, choosing instead to stay in the gym and let his work speak. Sources close to his camp say he's ramped up his conditioning and is working heavily on timing and angles. The strategy is simple: get and work the body and disrupt Tank's rhythm before he can get into knockout mode. According to Hackett, Roach has to be first. He can't sit back and feel things out. He has to go to that body early and often. Hackett explained, music. This fight isn't just about adjustments, it's about mindset. After the draw, questions have emerged about Davis's mental state. Hall of Famer Timothy Bradley went so far as to suggest that Davis might need therapy, not because he's broken, but because emotional clarity could sharpen his edge. Sometimes the greatest athletes need someone to talk to clear their mind, Bradley said. Whether that's true or not, what's undeniable is that Tank is under pressure he's never faced before. He's expected to dominate, but Roach already proved he can hang. The blueprint is there, and Roach is determined to run it back even cleaner.
When you lock up, is he small? Tell that man too small, bro. Y'all in the same weight class.
That's a new weight class for me. A new weight class for me.
That's what I'm saying. That night y'all was in the same weight class. And you still feel like you too small?
He was too small.
Dang.
I'm just calling a spade. No disrespect, no nothing. He's just too small. I've been in there with him.
Davis, for his part, is talking less and grinding more. Sources close to the Mayweather Boxing Club have said he's sparring with heavier, more aggressive partners than usual. He's running early in the Vegas heat, hitting double sessions, and turning down media appearances to focus. The team around him knows what's at stake. A win silences the doubters and keeps the Tank engine rolling. A loss that changes everything from his pound-for-pound status to the way promoters look at his drawing power.
I just so happen to be a boxing fan, that the fact that I do watch him fight, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really like boxing.
Are you open to immediate rematch?
In my contract, immediate rematch was signed. I signed for the immediate rematch when I signed for the first fight.
Right.
Just in case he lost or just in case it was a draw.
So when you got a rematch clause, how long we take it?
It's up to the A side and when they want to fight. So I'm thinking it's going to be soon. I'm hoping it's going to be soon. Let's say that.
What is soon to you? When you say soon to me, I'm thinking a month.
I'm thinking July.
I'm thinking it's going to be soon. I'm hoping it's going to be soon. Let's say that. What is soon to you? When you say soon to me, I'm thinking a month. I'm thinking July. I'm thinking. Meanwhile, Roach is training like a man possessed. His strength coach posted footage of him hitting the bag with a fury that almost looked personal, and maybe it is. He wasn't supposed to get this far. He wasn't supposed to make Tank look human, but he did, and now he's got another shot to finish what he started. As the date nears, tickets are moving fast, and Las Vegas is already bracing for an all-out war. This won't be a chess match, this won't be a dance, it'll be a fight in every raw, emotional sense of the word. No more feeling out, no more waiting for scorecards. Both fighters are walking in with something to prove, and neither plans to leave without their hand raised.
Lamont Roach for Tank Davis, right? And if I'm being real here, right? The biggest fight for Tank Davis right now is the rematch. And the reason why I say it's the rematch is because everybody said that Tank lost the fight. The majority of fans said that Tank lost that fight because of the knee. So that's why I say
those closest to Lamont Roach always knew what the public didn't. Gervonta Tank Davis was walking into deeper waters than he realized. March 1st was no fluke. It was a warning for the fans and analysts who dismissed Roach as a tune-up. That draw flipped the script. But inside gyms, among fighters who've sparred with Roach or studied his rhythm closely, there had long been whispers that Tank might finally have found the opponent who wasn't buying into the myth that the muscle-packed Baltimore bruiser could be touched, and Lamont Roach touched him plenty. Now, as August 16th approaches, those whispers have become loud predictions, and some of the loudest voices belong to people whose plans were blown up by the unexpected outcome of that first fight. Jake Paul didn't take the draw lightly. While many boxing purists roll their eyes at the influencer-turned-fighter, Paul had serious intentions for 2025. Plans were quietly underway for a high-profile exhibition against Gervonta Davis, something that would have made headlines, broken streaming records, and
At the end of the day, if Tank wants to solidify himself as one of the best boxers in history, and you do want to do all that, okay. Lamont Roach. Loma's next. You getting old, get Loma. Shakur, take him out. Get back to Ryan. Whoop him. You don't have to. You already knocked him out. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Tank and a Ryan fight is dumb. I'd rather go get a tune-up fight. But yeah, you go face Lamont, Loma, Shakur.